Hey, what's up everyone? Just wanted to pop in here quick and say, sorry this video is a little long. It's probably gonna be just under an hour. When I was editing it yesterday, I realized this. So this video is gonna be part one. It's just gonna be the video of the removal of the factory stuff. I was gonna make this 2 parts, but then I kind of thought it was dumb, and I talked to the guys that they think removal of one side and then the other in a video is dumb. So I'm just gonna make this one long video. And then I'll do the installation of the long tubes, and then all his brake parts should be here Monday, and then he'll bring them to me. So the next video will be a crossover between installation of the long tubes and the brake upgrades. But what's holding me up at the moment is, unfortunately, he got M10 by 125 exhaust hardware. And normally that's what comes in the Coyotes, but apparently early built 2011s had M10 150, so his exhaust hardware won't work, so I have to source that. But besides that, I mean, as you can see in the rest of this video, the removal wasn't really that bad. But thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time. All right, we got Gavin's car here. It's a 10 GT Mustang. VMP blower car. I'm not sure what else is done to it at the moment. I know it has exhaust on it, but not full exhaust. Obviously, I'm doing the long tubes. The only thing that I really have ever done to this car is, like, shortly after he bought it, he blew the transmission up, and I will throw some clips into that. That was over a year ago. I put a transmission in it actually about the same time because he was getting ready to go to Ponies in the Smokies, and I think it was third gear exited the chat, and then it sounded like there was a bunch of marbles inside the transmission when you drove the car. So he just got another stock unit, and we threw it in just to get the car running and driving, and it's been fine ever since. But I'll show you around a little bit. I don't know too much about this car, just that it's a blower car. That's all I got, really. All right, VMP blower car. As you can see, as far as I know, that is it, performance-wise. It's got like a muffler kit on it, but I don't really know much about this car. But it's getting long tubes. I forget the brand. He's told me a bunch of times. I just forget. It's been so long, I forget. I have done Gen 2 cars. I have not done a Gen 1 car, so this will be a learning curve. The only difference I really know about is over here on the old passenger side. The Gen 2 cars have a plate. The cow's a little different, so you can remove it to gain access, but it looks like if you just take the battery out of this one, you can get access, and we'll go from there. All right, one difference I see, I'm not talking to you, keep going. You can talk, I'll figure it out. No, you're good. Is blower car. Yeah, I take the intake tube off to actually get to something, and I'm gonna remove the battery and see where that gets me. We should just drop it out and put an LS in it. right, everyone. As you can see, the view's a little bright, view's a little different. I decided to try something. So with Cullen being out and not being able to be here all the time to film, it's kind of hard for me to move a tripod and everything all around and do all the shenanigans at the same time. So I went out, and I kind of feel a little goofy right now, but I purchased a head strap for my camera. So you are currently strapped to my forehead, and then I bought a headlamp from Snap-on this week that some of the guys use at work. And I was thinking, you know, like, how can I light up the place without blinding you guys? Well, the good thing is this headlamp goes, like, the lights are kind of on the side of my head, and I can aim them, you know, up and down, left and right. I can turn one off and stuff to see. The only annoying part at the moment is I wear glasses. My vision is not that bad at all, but my glasses do help clear some things up. I can't really wear them while I'm doing this. It's kind of uncomfortable, and the glare of the light in my eyes. So I'm going to do it without my glasses, which is fine. I mean, I can operate. My eyes don't focus as fast, so doing this without the glasses might be a little freaky at first, but we'll figure it out. So I'm going to try it. I mean, I'm trying to give you guys see what I see what I do. I can explain. My hands are free, and I'm the tripod, so wherever I'm working, you're going to see. At the moment, everything up top you already seen. It takes off, the tube's off. The rest of his exhaust here, cat back. I don't need to take the mufflers off, but I'm going to take these two pipes off and the X pipe off, and then go from there. And then after that, the only thing you guys missed that I did off camera really is there's a crossbar that goes here. I'm not really sure. I mean, I guess it's like a support. It's two nuts. Take it off. It's over there on the cart. The only thing is, these you got to support the engine. Last time I did it, it was a Gen 2 car, a little different. You just support the engine here because you're going to have to lift it off the cradle. Pop that off and just kind of move it out of the way. It gives you a little more clearance. Not how much. I might actually take it off here, and then push the shaft. I don't know. I'm going to try this. The good thing is I can look on my phone and see what I see. So it's going to be a test run of this camera. Bumping the camera into things already. Usually I'll use power tools, but the steering's locked and I don't feel like lowering the car down. I mean, that one I could probably get now with a battery ratchet. Okay. 3 years later, I guess. Finally, I guess. I mean, sure, I guess. That's supposed to slide in there, but it does not. So. So I'm not really sure. Is that another, oh, there's another U-joint up there. So probably when I take this header out, what I'm gonna do is I'll take that steering shaft out once I take this header out, and I'll mess with it. Clean it up, free it up. Now the driver's side is a little easier. The passenger side has the AC compressor in the way. I like to break them loose with my hand and then get power tools in there. That's right. The motor mount nuts that hold the bracket to the nut. That pesky steering shaft. Now I can mess with that. Plus it gives me more room down there. What am I doing? Now, to make myself feel a little better, I'm gonna put one right here. That one's crooked as fuck. I do it just enough. You don't need to be stupid thing. Just enough to get the weight off of this. Because when you take this out, but let's see here. Can you see it? Oh yeah. Couldn't remember exactly. Ow. Oh, that was my pinky. Ow. Tell this one hasn't been apart in a while. All right. Now I reviewed some footage after I hit my head in the camera, and I tried to bring the camera down a little bit to see if you can see more what I see, because I realized I should have double checked it, but it was to the point where you guys couldn't really see what I was seeing. Like you saw like the top of this. So I readjusted. Hopefully that helps. We'll see. Take this out. Now look, you can see all the goodiness in there. Just trial and error. I mean, I'm gonna do my best to, I'll have to adjust, I don't know, maybe a different camera. I have the Osmo Action 4, so I don't know if I have it all the way zoomed out too. Great success. Got one out. Now, you got new studs and stuff, so hoping I can get these out with no major real issues. Tyler's piece of junk. Assumed he was going to be down here, but I guess not. But you know what they say when you assume, everybody. All right, one's out. He got new studs. Should probably try to put those in. They just make me nervous. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Because the last thing I want is try to tell them, hey, we'll have to drill this out. These are big studs. Usually like that. You don't have any problems, but all it takes is that one. I'm hoping you guys can see this very well. Probably should stop and check it. You don't have one of these? I love these tools. I have like 3 at work. I use and abuse them every day. They're great tools. I noticed it's better than the first go around, so I angled the camera down a little bit more. Don't know how well that's gonna help, but we'll try it. Ladies and gentlemen. I just noticed you're seeing like, oh, the bottom, like at the bottom of the screen is gonna be like what I was doing, and you're kind of just staring off into space up at this heat shield. Like, I'm trying to show you better what I do, but. Right. Well, as you can see here, I got the passenger side off yesterday before I left. Now we're going to tackle the driver's side. Sorry, I have that backwards. Driver's side's off, passenger side. This one, you got to take the starter out, and then you loosen. What I did on the other one is move the AC compressor out of the way so you can access. You guys probably can't see it, but up in there, you can access the one stud behind the AC line. Now with his being supercharged, it's going to make it a little more difficult to get to the belt. So I think what I'm going to do here is take this cross brace off out of the way, and then probably move the sway bar out of my way so I can reach up in and get to the serpentine belt easier. And then take the starter out, let that hang out of the way, and then you get the bracket out. Well, once I support the engine, get the bracket out, and then work on getting that one out. Once I get the starter out, I'll probably get that off. All right, so 50. here doing it for the YouTubes. Corrosion, man. Things haven't came apart in 15 years or whatever, 12 years. All right. Now, before I mess up and do what I did last night, let's see if we can get this oxygen sensor out before I lower it down. I don't know if I can get this socket in there. Oh. Not exactly sure how I just did that. No, I think we can get this one out with that in there. Okay, so we can get that bottom one. Oh, I knew that was gonna hurt. Oh, that hurt. No. I don't need any Asian first aid. Asian persuasion. How did I ever do this on the ground? All right, I need a little steppy stool. What'd you call me? Ooh. Little steppy stool. Well, I wanted to leave the lift up so I didn't hit my head 27 times. But I'm like 2 inches too short. All right. So I need that one that I can see. This is not as easy as I thought it was gonna be. I really need to get a Milwaukee one. Might have to get a taller step stool. I need a taller step stool. Hey, I have a step stool. Now we're talking.